Okay, so to start with,
Yep.
we'll talk about this. Spine doesn't really like working like that.
Okay.
But due to what you've done for most of your life so far, which is sat behind a desk and gone to the gym and all that kind of stuff, and probably haven't worked on good posture,
Yeah.
and good setup, good structure of your body there, we're going to have to work a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And we don't think that we're doing that. So the other part to that equation is we're going to put a little bit more pressure on that foot there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get you to keep it there.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you see that?
As far as it's set up quite backwards there at the moment, if we ask you to rate it, there's probably still 60% of your pressure on that right foot.
Okay.
And it comes from working with a lot of force plates and a lot of 3D data and looking at this stuff doing it all the
Yeah.
day. So, from my aspect, let's take all that stuff away. I'm going to get you set up just a little bit more pressure on that left foot.
Yeah.
Hip across there, and then you can rotate around that.
Okay.
So as you start to move this back, we'll start to see you move off it,
Yeah.
and then your right knee gets outside your right ankle,
Yeah.
and you've lost all the pressure on this foot.
Yeah.
So in my world, you're now not creating enough ground forces,
Okay.
ground reaction forces. So in other words, you're not pushing against the ground,
Yep.
which then we don't create any sort of power
Okay.
as far as that's concerned. So the easiest way to explain that is if I got you to stand on one leg and I pushed you,
Yeah.
you'd lose your balance. If you put 2 feet on the ground, you wouldn't lose your balance,
Mhm.
comparatively of how hard I push you, yeah?
Yeah.
So if we don't start doing that, we're going to struggle,
Yep.
because now you've moved your hub laterally, so therefore you're going to change the contact point with the ground each time. So now in basically 2/100ths of a second from the top of that backswing where that club face is, it's got to get back down there. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. And now we're trying to lift it up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay? So, to give you an indication of what that should look like at impact.
Yeah.
Okay? Where are we? Ooh. This young guy is here at the moment for 3 months from America.
Yeah.
Took him to the airport yesterday. He's going to play all the amateur events, the world ranking events that we've got in Australia at the moment.
Okay.
He's played 7 out of 9 USGA events, which is pretty good, US amateurs and US juniors and all that kind of stuff, so he can play.
Yeah.
There you'll see posture,
Yeah.
number 1,
Yeah.
and I want you to watch this screen over here relative to what he's doing there.
Yeah. Head doesn't move.
Correct.
Yeah.
So therefore he is going to hit the same place each time.
Yeah.
And he hits it hard. I mean, he's a big unit, but
Yeah.
he hits it extraordinarily hard. And he's probably one of the best ball strikers I've ever seen.
Okay.
Okay, so regardless of who we put there, I can put any of my tour players there in the same category. They all do virtually the same thing. Okay. Even though they look different because their body shapes are clearly different limb lengths. I mean, he's got an extraordinarily long torso,
Yeah.
really short arms.
Yeah.
So we want to try and keep you as stable as we possibly can.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then at impact, you'll start to see that, yeah?
Yeah.
They'll move that axis because they're trying to create speed.
Mhm.
They'll move it forward with the top half and the bottom half, and the top half will stay there.
Yeah.
And they'll go from there. Okay? Make sense?